Let's do this. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are well and safe and healthy, sort of. How do you say the name of this town? No, not this town, the other one. Lehighton? It sounds like a Jerry Lewis. Lehighton, hey. Very fabulous town, Lehighton. Really nice. High quality citizens and cities. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple shout outs. One to the Mahoning Drive-In. I believe it's 72 years old. What? Okay, who the hell is counting? That's even older than I am, and that's old, man. 70, 71-ish. So consecutive summers, I guess, including the summer of COVID, which is pretty impressive to be able to do that. Shout out to Exhumed Films for making this happen and getting all these together. The fact we have a triple bill tonight. Good God. First Evil Dead, Bubba Hotep. And if you're not completely asleep by then, my name is Bruce. It'll put you right out. You get an 87-minute nap, and then you're good to go back home. Other shout-outs. Oh, the folks who made the backdrop for the photo ops. Big shout-out. You may have spent more money on that than we did on Evil Dead 2. So congratulations on that. How'd your photos come out? Good? Good. Fabulous. Very good. Safe and effective photographs. Thank you for coming out. So big shout out to all of you for braving the elements. I know these are not the times when people are encouraged to go out to events like this, but I think these guys are doing a good job. I love the fact that drive-ins are hip again. And it's very appropriate that Evil Dead starts off tonight because Evil Dead is an official drive-in movie. It was made for the drive-ins in 1979. So you're all old because that movie's 41 years old now. Almost half as old as this drive-in. So I hope it's a fun trip of Bill tonight. We have some fine people in line, and we want to answer their probing questions. So go for it. Speak nice and loud.
I would just like to know if you could give us any updates on an Evil Dead 4 and if you would ever do a cameo in it.
Would I do a cameo in Evil Dead 4? Shouldn't I just be in it? No. Don't start that. No. Well, when you say Evil Dead 4, you mean like another Evil Dead movie? We are making another Evil Dead movie. So it's a new director. We have a new director, a new cast. It's going to be an urban setting. No more cabin in the woods. The Evil Dead is going to fuck up a city this time. Should be interesting. Cameo? Who knows? No, I don't know. But thank you for your fine question. Yes.
Hello, hi.
Can you tilt that microphone down a little bit? There you go.
The camera is out of focus. Anyways.
And maybe it's probably okay if you guys keep your distance. Just lower it for your question.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. So basically, first of all, thank you so much for introducing groovy into my vocabulary.
Thank you for introducing groovy into your vocabulary.
Yes, and...
now, do you know why Sam Raimi wanted that line in Evil Dead 2?
What?
Evil Dead 2 was made in 1986, during the Reagan era, and the word groovy, you didn't hear it in the 80s. You heard it in the 60s and 70s. Then it kind of stopped dead in the 80s. So Sam wanted to have a climactic moment where it gets into Ash's face, and he says the word groovy because he wanted Ash to use a word that was kind of out of it. So that's how that came about. You're welcome.
Wow. And also, what's your favorite Deadite from the series?
What's my favorite Deadite?
Yeah.
There were a lot.
There were
a lot, including the TV show. That would be even more. But none of you saw the TV show, so it doesn't matter.
We saw it.
Yeah, 2 years after they canceled us. Because then it got onto Netflix, and people were like, oh, I can find Netflix. The problem with Stars is they were like, I'd tell people, hey, we're doing Evil Dead as a TV show. Well, oh, where are they showing it? Oh, it's on Stars. Yeah, crickets. We want Stars. So anyway, it's fine. Did you have a question? No.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is that a millennial thing? The old days you'd say, hey, thanks a lot. Now it's thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is, but, it doesn't have to be so much. Hey, thanks for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Hi.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi.
My name's Connor, and I'm an AD from New York, and I'm wondering...
You're an assistant director from New York?
Yes, sir.
These people are going to come up looking for work.
Maybe.
You never know.
No one has work
There's
right
a
now.
star born every minute.
Yes, sir. So I'm wondering, since you've worn so many hats in the film and television industry, if tomorrow somebody told you can only do one job for the rest of your life, which one of those jobs...
If I could only do one of the jobs within the entertainment industry...
Or do you want to try something new?
I think I'd like to be a park ranger for a little while. I would like that. Hey, kids, put that marijuana out over there. What are you doing? Put that out. Give me that.
All right, then, but within the industry.
Within the industry, I'd be a phony director. I love bossing actors around. It's a lot of fun. I know all their dirty tricks. So it's been a lot of fun. I hope to go back and do more of that. Because as an old guy, you can be a director.
Right.
And just yell at people. As you know, those directors,
I do.
Age
Television
does
or film?
come with some experience.
Television or film, would you want
TV, I kind of like the pace of TV.
Yeah, me too.
Film is too damn slow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
This is a question. I don't know if this is going to interest anybody except me, but
Oh, I'm sure they will be very interested to hear this question.
is there any truth to the rumor that you will be appearing as a guest fighter in Mortal Kombat 11?
Mortal Kombat 11. Any truth to that rumor of being in it? Probably not. I'll tell you why, sir. Mr. Copyright has a lot to do with stuff of what you can do with characters and putting them in other franchises. Some franchises go, you can't be in any other franchise. And that happens a lot. So if you see weird stuff like that sometimes, things not happening, like as fans you would like to see happen, like Freddy fight Yoda or whatever, it's not going to happen. So there you go.
All right. I wanted to hear it from you, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So much.
Hi.
Hi there.
Thank you for being you. You roll.
Thank you.
My question is, you're always dressed to a T, and you always have the nicest suit jackets. What is your favorite suit to wear, and why?
What favorite suit do I have?
Yeah.
The ones that don't wrinkle
Okay.
easily, because
that
I shove them into suitcases and drag them all over the place. But
Oh.
please don't light a match near me. Keep more than 6 feet of your distance, because they killed a lot of polyesters for this thing. And I don't know how you even get something this color, but
You must have a really good iron.
I like it. It's important. It's the summer. You got to go summery while you can.
Definitely.
For God's sake, and the world is going down the shitter, so go big, baby. Go big.
That's why I'm wearing blue.
I'm going down swinging. I don't care. Come on now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Hello.
Try taking your mask down.
Can you hear me?
Perfect. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you Stacy?
I am.
Where are you from?
Allentown, PA.
Wow. That's like
I know.
yeah, that's like my crumbling Detroit, like former
It's
faded
great.
industrial glory.
I love it. There's
A lot of
nowhere
fine
else
people,
I'd
and there's a
rather
lot of good,
be.
hard-working people here. From Allentown. You don't work in the steel business, do you?
No, I
No.
don't.
You know people who did, probably.
Yes, my dad.
Your dad. Did he get screwed out of a job?
No, he retired
Oh,
before
he retired. Smart
everything.
guy. He probably got out at the right time.
Yeah, he worked at the Bethlehem Steel.
Worked at Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one around here worked at Bethlehem Steel. So, well, good. Hello, welcome.
Hi. I just wanted to let you know, I had to call off work to be here tonight.
You called off work?
I did.
Did you lie to your boss?
I might have.
It might wind up on the interwebs that you're here, so be very careful.
That's okay.
But I'll never mention that you were here tonight.
Thank you. So my question for you is just kind of basic because I didn't know what to think of.
Oh, no, basic questions are good.
What is your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie?
Yes.
The original Exorcist.
I agree.
Because it's weird how they handled possession.
Yes.
Linda Blair was great, by the way. She was a revelation in casting for that time. A young adult who could really hit it out of the park and freak your ass out without. They had a great makeup guy, Dick Smith, probably one of the best at that time. Was one of the best. William Friedkin, who's a interesting director, was completely on top of his game. They used Ellen Burstyn as the mother, a great actress, like a serious actress in serious movies. So there's no scream queens in that movie. And there's no actors like me. This is like, he picked this intensely solid cast. But the craziest thing he did, it's the story, it's based on a book. It's a priest who's doubting his faith. That's the story I want to see, is a priest who's not sure if he has enough faith. Gets a fucking possession to deal with.
Yeah.
That's a story. That's a story. Like a big Mr. Priest with all the muscles. Who gives a shit? Of course he's going to win. I want the priest who isn't sure if this shit is real or not. That's great. And Linda Blair. And the other thing they did is how they approached it. They went into the hospitals. They were scanning her brain. These horrible testing sequences. And they're like, nope, nothing wrong. And just creepy stuff that he would do that the priest hears a homeless guy goes, "Can you spare a quarter for an old altar boy, Father?" as he's walking by earlier in the movie. Then when Linda Blair gets possessed, at some point she goes, "Can you spare a quarter for an old altar boy, Father?" He's like, "What the fuck?" Creepy shit. They also did subliminal editing. They did flash cuts of her face, with a possessed face, 6 frames, 4 frames. You didn't do that shit back then. So it's a good movie. It's a good movie. The Exorcist, the original.
Awesome.
Good stuff. It's like you go, ooh.
It is. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello there.
Hi.
Are you Ashetta?
What?
You're Ashetta.
Oh, yes.
You're Ash.
I'm a true Ashley.
Fantastic.
No, that's not my name, but-
What made you choose that character?
Oh, I just love the guy.
Oh, there's what's not to love about Ash. He's an idiot.
No.
I love the fact that Ash has no military background. No training, no CIA, FBI, no former operative. We got a note from Stars, because in one scene, Ash is waving his shotgun all over the place in front of people's faces, and we got a note from Stars that says, Ash is not handling the gun properly. He was not using proper gun protocol. We had to laugh. We're like, okay, first of all, we're not changing anything. Ash doesn't know shit about anything. Guns, Ash he'd push the shotgun as he shot because maybe he thinks that would help a little bit, He doesn't know anything. So that's what I like about it. And he could be killed at any minute. He has no force field, no nothing. Nothing. So there you go. Good choice tonight.
Thank you.
Did you have a question or?
Yes.
Okay.
Was there any unique quirk that you added or a detail that you added to a character that us hardcore fans wouldn't have known about, like a little quirk or a detail?
Are you talking about the character Ash?
No, just any of your favorite character in general that you personally, Bruce, added in. That it wasn't written that
I
way,
did a
you just kind of
2-part
added it.
episode of Homicide, the TV show. People are like, huh? It was in the 90s, a very cool, dramatic show, and I was playing a cop and my ex-wife remarried a cop, so I got a haircut just like him, and I grew a mustache just like him, because I wanted to look just like a cop. And she saw it, my ex-wife saw it, she goes, it was pretty good. What's with the look? I was like, I was trying to look like a cop. She's like, bullshit. So she called me on it, and I admitted it. But we're divorced, so it's okay. I've enjoyed all my marriages. Kidding. I've been married for 30 years now. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Come on down. How are ya? We have roadies. We're going to help out here. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Bruce.
Good evening.
I was going to throw a little quick story for you. A few years ago, I broke my neck. I dove in shallow water with my friends. It was really dark out, so I was unaware. I guess it was a sandbank or something, but here I am today, you know, still living proof like anything's possible. You can still live past anything.
So he's telling a story, broke his neck, this man, diving into shallow water.
Yep.
And how long ago was this?
This was just 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Well, and here he is tonight. So congratulations, sir, for
Thank you.
pulling out. It's I can't imagine what that's like.
There's a lot to it, but
Yeah, I'm sure.
every day's a blessing. Every day you wake up.
Yeah.
But all I was just going to say is, like, it's a pleasure finally meeting you. It's great to be alive.
I appreciate that. It is great to be alive. We can all learn a good lesson.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no, thank you. But a little quick question, too. I know you're on an episode of The X-Files. How is your chemistry working with David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson?
I did an episode of The X-Files. What was the chemistry like with David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson?
Yep.
Gillian's pretty serious. You know, there's a cold wind blowing a little bit. David Duchovny was very funny and charming. And on set, for some reason, we had a thing. It was a fart cup. It's that gooey shit. You push your finger in, it goes. It sounds very farty. So we would sit on set and have fart contests. And he was pretty good at it.
Awesome.
So it was fine. But at that point, those two actors were not speaking with each other.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, they like each other fine now. But at the time, it was a little strained.
Do you also believe...
So there's your chemistry. Some chemistry is good. Some chemistry is not so good.
I was saying, do you also believe in the supernatural?
Do I believe in the supernatural?
Yeah.
I saw a UFO. I saw a UFO in February. Someone could kiss my ass if it's something else. I was talking on the phone. There's a mountain range back over here, let's say. And a big warbly light comes from behind the mountain range. Almost like there's a ripple effect in front of it, like from a fire, you know? And it's moving slow. It's not like any jets. I know all the patterns in the sky. Moving slow, and it's just a white light. There's none of this flashy stuff, and it's just kind of creeping like a helicopter kind of deal. And as I'm looking at it, behind me in the foyer of my house, one of the lights by one of the sliders at the entrance goes bzzz, and it dims to half. I turn back and look at it as it goes back up, and then the other light on the other side of the room dims to half, holds, and then back up. I turn back around, and that fucking thing is gone. No flashy exit, no nothing, but it was moving way too slow, and I wasn't looking away for long enough for it to, unless it accelerated very quickly. The reason why I believe it was fucking with my lights, when the power goes out, everything goes out. When you have a brownout, the whole house dims and then comes back. You don't have two separate lights on different circuits doing shit like that without something. I think that thing was like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's go. And I caught them, but they were gone. I'm sticking with that.
Do you think
There's got to be something up there, for God's sake. There's no way. Well, the feds finally fessed up. The Air Force.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They've got the footage. It's great. It's great footage. Doing maneuvers that they can't do. It's great. I'm all excited. I want something to show up quick and help us out a little bit. Yeah, maybe tonight. All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Hey, keep it groovy, Bruce.
Stay out of trouble.
Will do.
Come on down. How you doing?
Hi, Bruce.
How's that chainsaw feeling on your arm there?
Pretty good. It's not
Now you know how I felt. Kind of after about an hour, you go, okay, this isn't, yeah, I'm kind of over this.
You and I have had 3 separate conversations about your stunt chainsaws over the years.
You and I have had 3 separate conversations about chainsaws over the years. Chicago?
2 in Texas, I think Austin.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I remember those word for word.
Yeah, I'll have to see you again soon. I paid good money. My question for you.
Yes, your question.
There's been, there's CM Punk, everyone's coming out the woodwork saying, I like Ash, let's be Ash, let's choose somebody. My opinion aside, would you be comfortable passing down that mantle, or do you want it to be a whole new story, like Mia or something new?
Oh, yeah, Ash is done.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's good. Ash is done. That should be done. And there's plenty of other thespians who can come along and do it. Jane Levy did a great job in Evil Dead 2013. She was great, I thought. We have a new heroine in the one that's coming up. So there's going to be some mass kicking, and with someone new that you can root for.
Do you and Sam kind of pick that out, or does it just someone, with the chops just winds up on your table?
Sam finds these new filmmakers and appoints some writer-director types, and then sort of lets them do their thing, and they have their opinion. Like Fede Alvarez, the one in 2013, he went, I want it serious. No jokes. He didn't want any, no zingers. Didn't want that. Because he thought the original Evil Dead, like you'll see tonight, it is a straightforward melodrama with kind of cheesy dialogue and bad actors.
You did your best.
Myself included. We tried. But you got to say lines like, we got to bury Shelley.
Oh, come on. Oh, you bastards. Why are you doing this to me?
We can't bury Shelley. She's a friend of ours. Like today, I'd have trouble trying to say that line. Then, I don't think we knew. But anyway.
That's it. Have
There
a
you
good
go.
one, Bruce.
Thank you very much. Hello there.
Hi. I just kind of wanted to say...
You can try to take your mask off. Thank you.
Thank you. I just kind of wanted to say that you and your work have made such a tremendous impact on me and my life, like more than I could ever articulately express. And I'm so grateful to you.
Well, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. It's all gravy for us to know that, what we do can help somebody. There's a lot of people go through strange times and can watch a really silly movie, and it helps them forget about stuff for a while. And, yeah, I'm glad that it helped in whatever way.
You've kept me going through a lot. The question that I wanted to ask you is if you have like a song that you really like to listen to pick you up if you're not feeling
A song?
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a piece of music. It's called A Summer Place. It's a really hokey song that your grandparents would listen to while you're sitting in the back of their Lincoln Continental. But it hits me in my happy spot every time I hear it. So fuck all y'all that don't like it. I don't care. A Summer Place. La ya da da dee. And that's it. That's it. So there you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You good?
Sir.
Bruce Earl.
Are you Earl? You're Earl?
The Earl, yes.
The Earl. Are you calling me an Earl?
Well, if we go back
Or is your name Earl? Big difference.
Go back to the days, you would be Earl, yes?
Back in
I'd be
what
Earl
days?
of Earl, but yes.
The days of your
Long time
imagination?
But anyways, hail to the king, baby!
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Very nice.
Oh, nobody wants to do it for you. All right.
Those
So
lame
besides-
bastards out there.
So besides Evil Dead the game, we're going to do something completely different. Let's go to Marvel. There's rumors that you might be Mr. Sinister, which would be super awesome.
Mr. Sinister in what?
X-Men, any part of the Marvel universe.
Never heard that one.
Okay.
Never heard that one. Sorry.
But thoughts of ever going back to Marvel?
Is who a what?
You going back to Marvel.
I might go back to Marvel. Sam Raimi's doing a sequel to Doctor Strange.
Correct.
So maybe
Yes.
I'll get in there and be like like some jerk for like a 2-minute scene.
True,
It could
it'd be
happen.
worth it though, right?
Yeah, I could
Exactly.
torment Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm Benedict Cumberbatch, and you are not. He's going to say that to me when I first meet him. Hey, Benny, how you doing? It's Benedict
No, but either way, Bruce.
Cumberbatch.
But either way, you would make
Either
an
way.
excellent villain or hero.
What happened?
No, I was saying you would make an excellent hero or a villain.
A hero or a villain. I've played both, you know?
Exactly.
It's fun to play both. Why not?
Exactly.
Because villains don't have to be likable. That's the best
True.
part. Thank you, sir.
Cool. Have a good night.
Shop smart. Hello there.
Hi, Bruce.
Get nice and close.
My question is, I really first saw you in Burn Notice.
You saw me in Burn Notice.
I want to know how that, like, how you felt working in that. That's all I want to know.
How it was like working on Burn Notice? Great, because I was not the star of the show.
I know, but that's the first
I
time.
was like the number 2 guy, which is the perfect job that you want on a spy show with action. The star is working every day, all day. Shit's blowing up, and I'd show up every so often, crack some jokes, and get the hell out of there. It got to the point, he'd give me the evil eye if he knew I had Jeffrey Donovan, the star of the show. He'd give me an evil stink eye if he knew I had too easy of a day. Like one day, all I had to do, 9:30 in the morning, so I had a later call. I had to walk out to the end of a driveway, look at my watch, look one way, look another way, and walk back. That was all I had to do for the whole day of filming. And I said to the guys with the walkie-talkies, do not tell him that I was even here today. If he sees me going back to the van, he's going to go, where you going? And I'm a bad liar. I have to say I'm going back home. After one fucking shot, so you can't tell him. We had to hide everything from him.
That's the first.
But I bailed his ass out plenty of times.
First
Because
time
I'd be in the first scene of the day, then I'd go home, swim, tan a little bit, eat, ride my bike, come back at the end of the day, and do the last scene so he could get the hell out of there. It worked out good.
That's the best I loved you in.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Love you, Bruce.
Love you back. Love you back. Hello.
Hello, Bruce.
Hello.
So, just a question for you, from me, is basically, imagine you're transported back to any project you've worked on in the
Being
past.
transported back to any project. Be careful, because a lot of them I don't want to revisit.
Well, that,
Like, don't say, what was it like back, would you go back to Army of Darkness? Fuck no.
yeah, but
Not with a
what
gun
I-
to my head. I couldn't do it now. No way. I was wiry back then. I could bend. So, yes, sorry, go ahead.
But what I was wondering is, if you went back to any project of yours, of your choice, as if you've never worked on it before, first time you're doing it, which one would you love to relive working on?
None. I don't want to relive anything. I don't want to be George Lucas. I don't want to go back and fix stuff. George, no. Live with it. Live with a shitty match shot. Live with it. We have a match shot you'll see in the first Evil Dead tonight. Everything's melting at the end. Sorry to give the plot away. The creatures are melting and a skull is cracking and melting, and it it shifts because the mat, the way it was photographed, it didn't quite sync up. So you can see it move. So we just put a sound effect to it. We're like, we meant that to happen. But we're not going to go back and fix it. I think it's where you were at that time. So you're going to see tonight, 1979. I'm 21 years old. You'll see me at 21. I'll give you the best I got as an actor when I'm 21. And you'll see what's kind of funny. We shot it sort of in order. And people get better. The movie, it gets better as we go because we all kind of broke down. It was only supposed to be a 6-week shoot. It wound up to be 12 weeks. Horrible winter came. We lost crew members. People were getting injured. It all went south. But so now you get that. As a result, I think we kind of treated it more like it was a docu-horror after a while. The cabin was really cold. The blood was really horrible. The food was crappy. The guy wouldn't even bring it down the half-mile driveway. He'd leave it in a cooler up at the top because it was too muddy. He's like, fuck you. Your lunch is up at the top. Go get it. Good luck. It was that type of stuff. So I wouldn't want to revisit it. I'm glad that we made it. I'm also glad that we made what I would call an analog movie. There's no digital anything. We use magnetic tape and quarter-inch reel-to-reel recorders, and we had to sync the camera and the recorder with a cable in order to keep them in sync together as they were running. And we used a lot. The opening shot is a little Arri S16. We shot it in 16 millimeter. And the opening shot is a camera that's taped to Sam Raimi's hand as he's going over the top of a swamp, and I'm pushing him in a raft with waders on. That's how we got the opening shot. So I think that movie made it up in innovation what it lacked in money. And first-time directors, very often, they give the best right out of the gate. I'd go back as, you know what I'd go back as? I'd go back in a hovercraft. I just would watch. I'll go, oh, let's go to that scene where everyone was freaking out. Let me watch that play out. I'd do a little bit of that. You could pause it, rewind it, change position. That'd be fine. Because then you're not really there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep being awesome.
Come on down. Hi there.
Hi there. First off, I must say, you look marvelous.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Now,
you have great taste. Great taste.
Also, I beg to differ. You were the star of Burn Notice.
I was the star of Burn Notice.
Big fan. Big fan. Big fan.
That's not true.
So I'm a bit of a prop collector and
a collector.
And, yeah, I collect props and things. I own a suit that Chuck Finley wore in Burn Notice.
You own a suit that Chuck Finley, Sam's alter ego,
Sam's alter ego, exactly. It's a Hugo Boss suit that I purchased at an auction. And whenever I wear it
it's amazing, man. They sold the frickin' bar stools.
They did. They did.
Studios do that now.
Yeah.
They used to be really sly about selling stuff. Now they go put it on auction. Everything.
It was a huge Burn Notice auction.
Oh, Sam's shirts, all the shirts.
Yeah, it was oh my God, the shirts are fabulous.
I stole the
Tommy
good ones.
Bahama.
I said, you got to get me in there. I'm getting the good ones. You tell me when I have to decide, and I'm yanking them.
Well,
so
there you go.
I still got my own Sam Axe collection. I wore that shit before the show. It was like, hey, you look like Sam Axe. No, I wore it. Anyway.
Well, that was part of my question.
If you like those shirts, by the way, it's Tommy Bahama. That's the brand.
Yeah.
And here's how you know. There's a lot of guys here with Hawaiian shirts on tonight, I've noticed. Check yourself in the mirror. I'll tell you whether you have a shitty shirt or not.
Yeah.
The pattern has to go undisturbed across the buttons and the pocket. Most patterns go, and then the leaf will pop out down here somewhere.
Yeah, and wooden buttons.
That's a shitty shirt, sir.
I agree.
Tommy Bahama, you spend money on them so that you can look with great continuity.
Indeed. And not all, but only the ones you picked out. Many of your shirts are on sale there, which I also own. But the Hugo Boss suit that I bought, when I wear it out to events or fundraisers, people are like, oh my God, It's beautiful. What are you wearing? And I say, what?
I don't know. What do you
Do I say
sir?
Chuck Finley?
Do you?
I say Chuck Finley. And they go,
Meaning
I never heard
the
of Chuck
designer, you're
Finley.
wearing Chuck Finley. The
So
design-
I'm wearing Chuck Finley.
Nice. And they probably don't know what you're talking about.
And they have no idea. And I love that they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Perfect.
My question is, do you ever keep any of the wardrobe? You just kind of answered part of that question, or any props from any of the movies that you're in? And
That would be
what's
Sam
your
Axe.
favorite?
This is my Sam Axe necklace. So I broke it out today because I'm going kind of Guido style here with the open thing, and I thought let's do a little something here. So yeah, I keep what interests me. I keep what I would wear for real. Like my brother has the shotgun from the original Evil Dead. He's got the sawed-off shotgun.
Nice.
Not because he gives a shit about props or movies or anything. He just likes guns. So there's a gun out there somewhere.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you. Hello there.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, gentlemen. Hello. I like the kneel. That's very nice.
Thank you. At first, I wanted to say you are my absolute idol.
I'm your idol.
Yes, I'm actually.
Never meet
we
your
are-
idols, guys.
We are both.
Never. Never. You will be disappointed every time. I've met a few of mine. Although I met Burt Reynolds and worked with him on Burn Notice.
That's awesome.
Burt did not disappoint.
I bet he wouldn't. That's awesome.
Not in the least. That guy was spectacular.
So, my question is, we're both local filmmakers. And
You're
we have,
political filmmakers. Oh, wow. What a happy
Local
time for you to be involved in.
We're local filmmakers, and we have our own horror comedy coming out soon. It's called Slaughter Beach.
Well, if you're not in favor of the Trump organization, you're going to get the shit beat out of you tonight, I think. I've seen more Trump pen signs in this neighborhood than I think in Layton. In what is it? Lehigh. Hey, lady. But anyway, sorry. What was your... So congratulations with that. Are you... What side of the fence do you fall on? I'm not... I try not to go political because half of my audience would go like this the second I did. I mean, people are very, very split.
Yeah, we keep it neutral, just
Keep it neutral.
Everybody's a
So your
friend,
shit
you
is
know?
really boring then.
I'm actually leaning a little bit towards the right, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah.
Anti-SJW, I guess.
But my big question is, to us local filmmakers, we were wondering, at any point when you guys were filming Evil Dead 1, was there at any point where you guys were like, shit, this movie is not going to get made? Like you and Sam were like fighting with each other.
It took 4 years to make it, and basically every year we felt that.
Yeah, we're on year 3 with our movie right now. So.
Oh, good. You got another year to go. So we raised enough money to start Evil Dead, but we knew going in we had a piece of paperwork that allowed us to raise $150,000 from investors. We only got to $85,000. We had to write a letter to the investors going, can you let us go early? Can we start early? Because we had to hit 90 in order for it to be released from an escrow account that we couldn't touch until we hit 90,000. We didn't hit 90,000. And they were like, okay, they had to agree to it. We're like, oh, fuck. Go down to Tennessee for a 6-week shoot, which becomes 12 weeks. Completely run out of money. The movie's 2/3 shot. Come crawling back to Michigan, throwing up blood. So we're out of money. It's done. We're fucked. So we raise a little, shoot a little, raise a little, shoot a little. My father gets divorced from my mother of, 25 years. He's sitting on our back porch because we get it to 16 millimeter. Now we edit it. We're into sound. We can't get into theaters. Why? You need 35 millimeter. Easier said than done, Mother Scratcha. My dad's sitting on our back deck. He's completely zoned out. He's in an absolute daze of pity and sorrow and shock and horror. And I knew it was the time to get him. He didn't care about life anymore. So I went, hey, Dad, quick question. They had a piece of property in Gladwin, Michigan. very rural, like this, beautiful hunk of property. I go, Dad, what are you going to do with that property? He goes, what do you mean? I go, we got to blow this film up. It's about, 30 grand to do this laboratory process. Can we use the property as collateral to get the money from a bank? He without missing a beat, he goes, yeah, whatever. He was so despondent. I was like, I felt so guilty. But we went to Gladwin, Michigan, to the Mid-Michigan Bank. They don't do movies. They don't loan money to movies. Very few banks in the entire world loan money to movies. We sit down with the guy, with the suit and the Sears and the tie and everything. He goes, how much would you like? We $30,000. And what are you using for collateral? This property, blah, 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 blah. What are you using it for? We're going to blow the film up from 16 millimeter to 35 millimeter, which went right over the guy's head. He gives farmers loans, He goes, guys, you can blow up whatever you want. If you don't pay this loan back $444 a month until it's paid off, we own that property. Do you understand? We're like, so we did shit like that. And I would never do that today, but when you're 22 and you don't have any money anyway and your dad's about to hang himself, go for the juggler, man. Go for it. That's the time. And don't cry for my dad, because every time he got a check, the investors of Evil Dead have probably made almost 40 times their original investment.
Oh, wow.
My dad, he'd get a check, he'd go, oh, Jesus, like finding it in the street. He felt like he won the lottery every time he got a check. He divorced my mom, so they each split their percentages. My mom was hilarious because I knew how much she got because, we're partners in this. We know how much people are making. I go, Mom, how about that check? Not bad, huh? 11 grand. She goes, yeah. I go, what are you going to do with it? She goes, I'm doing all new Anderson windows in the whole house. Like she didn't buy a car or a dress, so she needed a good window. So I'd call her in Michigan. She's from Michigan. In the dead of winter, Mom, how are those windows doing? Oh, they're great. So that's what movies can do sometimes. They take care of your parents in their old age, and it's good. So, by the way, I should thank all of you. You're indirectly and directly responsible for keeping the Evil Dead relevant for 41 years now. Yeah. So it does not pass without gratitude from my lips. It's really very special that you've hung in there with this kind of kooky non-franchise franchise. So
Definitely a better trilogy than Lord of the Rings.
all good. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to let you watch these 17. My time is up. My time is up. I will be back tomorrow for more rhetorical answers.
Thank you, Bruce.
For coming.
Thank you, Bruce.
I appreciate it. Be safe. Be square.